Insurance Business TV was recently in Philadelphia, attending the National African American Insurance Association conference. Whilst there, we caught up with leading insurance professionals who addressed some of the top challenges the industry is facing today.
Wow. I I believe that, first of all, the insurance risk mitigation industry is a very, very lucrative industry. However, I think that we are not raising enough awareness about why we do what it is that we do and how we do what it is that we do. Insurance for so long has been seen as a commodity, not a risk solution. So raising the awareness around the solutions that we're bringing beyond product knowledge, and when you can get someone invested in the passion for the solution, it then changes the perception that we have, and people are more dedicated to bringing innovative new ideas to the table that shift the paradigm for our younger generation. Yeah, I think the greatest way that I've witnessed Naya doing that is by bridging, synergy, collaboration, getting the right people in the room and having those necessary discussions so that everyone is able to stop, pause, and look how they contribute on a particular island. So over here, we have a space where we're actually doing our own work. Here's a space where they're doing their own work. Now, how do we come together to ultimately make this thing happen where we're building out a pipeline that is going to help us to continue to bring up the industry as well as the people in it? Wow. I think the largest shift that I have seen in the industry is around cyber. Cyber has been huge. When I started in the cyber industry over 20 years ago, it was looked at as a professional exposure, not a risk. And we've evolved from being a professional exposure to literally cyber being tied to death. So when we start talking about risk on a whole nother level that most of us don't even dream about, insurance is not going to be the solution. The solution is going to come from human interaction, literally understanding what risk do we pose as an individual in our everyday life. Something as simple as the information we're putting out on social media, something as simple as having connected devices in our home, something as simple as telling people about your family members. All of these things are a level of awareness that we used to feel comfortable with sharing. Now we have to be aware of what we're sharing. So think about it this way. We were taught all our lives how to trust. Trust someone until they give you reason not to. Cyber and cyber products have flipped that on its head. And now we're saying trust nothing or no one. So changing that mindset is going to be critical for not only business leaders, but for their staffs and for new generations coming in. So again, in order to protect what matters most before the unthinkable happens, we have to shift our mindset first. Yeah, it's crazy because there was a point in time in cyber where no one would do it. Then you had an influx of everyone wanting to do it. Then you went from nobody wants to do it. So you have carriers out there that are still learning, but I give them their flowers because they're learning, but they're also trying to bring a solution to the table. Sometimes it may not necessarily be the right solution, but cyber's forever evolving. So it's a journey. It's not about enough carriers, it's about the right carriers. Are you willing to go on the journey? When you enter into cyber, you're getting married. This isn't a one and time done. We getting married and we walking this thing out. So when you ask about enough, I think there's enough. Is there the right ones? That still remains to be seen.